Welcome to the College of Natural Nutrition. I do hope you enjoy this DVD, which is created for self-help. In the college, we are very aware that we are just this person within the enormity of the universe. And what I'm going to do in this self-help DVD is show you how we fit into this bigger picture and how this bigger picture influences our body and what we need to do to our body right down to cellular level to be able to fit in and to be able to respond to all of these universal energies. So, how do we fit into the bigger picture? Every single thing around us influences us, because absolutely everything in our body, in our life, and in the universe is connected. And so I'm going to pick out some of the rhythms of nature to show you how those influence our body, and right down to see how they influence our cells within the tissue in our body. So the first thing that I would look at is the day-night cycle, the sun and the moon. You know, we're very aware that we inhabit this earth and there's a sun and there's a moon, and we take it all for granted. But very rarely, other than, you know, the idea of lunacy at full moon, do we actually look to see that there is this beautiful, delicate rhythm that takes place in ourselves between the day and the night, between the sun influence and the moon influence. And then I'm going to have a look to see how the lunar cycle affects the cells in our body. You know, how they influence, the waxing moon and the waning moon, how it influences our cell. And of course, many gardeners, biodynamic gardeners, plant very carefully by the moon because they know it has a totally different influence whether the moon is expanding towards the full moon or diminishing, waning towards the new moon. And so after that, I'm going to take you on and I'm going to look to see how the different seasons influence us. We look at the Chinese way, the Eastern way of expressing things, and we find that within their philosophy, they know that each of the different seasons has a very, very different influence upon our body. And within that, it looks at the different organs that the different seasons focus on and different emotions. But we'll move on to that in a short while. So remembering that all of these things are influencing how the cells in our body and our tissue and our whole being are responding to these natural events. And then we have, of course, a yearly cycle. You know, people are always very happy to get to their birthday or different yearly events that come round, and they can be quite powerful in the influence they have upon our body. And also we see that the planets, you know, we don't just have a sun and a moon influencing us, we do have different influence brought to bear upon us by the different planets. And I often tell a very neat little story about the influence of Mars, because Mars has quite a specific action upon the liver. You know, the warlike Mars, the expression of anger, that ability to confront.